grandparents, if you're joining us, children, if you somehow ended up on this channel or you were watching Reading Man Dan and then you clicked on one of those videos, well, welcome anyway. Please don't start drinking until you're of age. And let's get this show started. Yeah! Today's going to be fun. I'm really excited. We got some delicious beers to go ahead and drink and review. I got a lot of fun stuff to talk about the videos coming out, and all in between, just share a couple of minutes with you guys. So thanks a lot for joining me. I hope you guys like the new time. I'm sure that the Europeans definitely appreciate that because it's probably earlier for them, so which makes it a little bit easier and better. But hey, let me know where you're calling in from or watching in from. I see Jens is in the house. Who else do we got? We only have one person in the house, and that is Jens. But good to see you. I'm pumped up, ready to go and get started. And well, I hope you guys are ready for a fantastic show. I got a lot of cool stuff lined up. As you know, if you've ever been on this show before, well, if you've never been on this show before, let me tell you a little bit about what we do here. I go ahead and I review 2 beers. Yeah, Dad's in the house. All right, Dad. Okay, I review 2 beers and I talk about the videos that came out last week on my channel and preview the videos that are coming out this week in the channel. And all while this is going on, the drinking, the video talk, we have a couple of cool segments like What Would You Rather? We have a segment called This Day in History, and we have a segment called What Are You Reading? What Are You Watching? I'll close it out with a quote of the week, and well, I'll send you on your merry way. So thank you so much. If this is your first time joining us, or if you're with us each and every week, it's good to have you back. I see my father is here. Who else is here for the early start? Let me know down in the comments. Junitic is in the house. How was your sister's birthday party? Oh, that's awesome. I'm really excited to get things started, and well, without any more jibber jabber, let's get into the first beer of today. Today we're starting off with a really fun local beer, and when I mean local, I mean California. So guys, this one right here is called Laguntas IPA, and it's brewed in how do you pronounce that again? Let me Petaluma, okay, which is up northern California near San Francisco, but it is Laguntas IPA. Let me know below if you've ever tried this one. It is a 6.2% alcohol, so it is a stronger beer. I've had Laguntas before. They make a good product. I've never had this IPA, so let's go ahead and crack the can open, get a smell of that. Oh, there it is, guys. Oh, we haven't had a good IPA on the show in quite a while. And boy, oh boy, as I smell that, I can smell, hey, I can smell what a beautiful, fragrant aroma coming off of this. I love those really hoppy, piney, tree kind of smelling beers. And, well, let's go ahead and pour it and see what it looks like. All right. So right away, I can see it's not super dark. It's looking good. Look at that. That looks like a nice, delicious, terrible pour. Whoa. I am so excited about today's show. I poured the beer like a stooge. But that's all right. As you can see, I'll give you a better look at it. What's up, Stuart? What's up, peeps? Yeah, we can't really see if we can get Danny drunk today if he cooperates. I will cooperate. I promise. Stuart, I promise I will cooperate. I had a feeling that maybe you guys would call for it, so I already have it ready. Great day, my sister. Thank you. That's awesome. I'm excited for you. Happy birthday to your sister. This is what we're drinking. As you can see, it's got a bit of a gold amber color to it. It is an IPA. We're drinking Laguntas IPA. If you've ever had it, let me know down below. I did a terrible pour, so I got a lot ahead, but you can see this is a beautiful looking beer here in the Travel Man Dan beer mug. And without any further ado, let me go ahead and drink and take a sip of this beer and let you know how it tastes. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, that's really nice. Really clean. Man, really clean taste. It's got that perfect IPA flavor to it. I was talking to my cousin Michael. I'm not sure, Michael, if you're here. Shout out to you if you are. He told me that was one of his favorite beers, and I can tell why. It's got that kick, that hoppiness that an IPA brings. It's got that flavor and that aroma of that pine flavor I really like. It doesn't give it that weird, you know how we've talked about this before, you get that little tingle on your cheek sometimes. I'm not sure what it is. It's that really pungent flavor coming from IPA. It doesn't have that. It's smooth, it's crisp, but I definitely taste a lot of complexity going on in this beer as well. You can taste the hops, and you can definitely taste something else. I'm not sure what it is. Yes, Uncle John is in the house. All right. Okay, Uncle John, good to have you here. Uncle John, hope you're doing well. It sucks I won't be able to see you when I come home, and I'm sorry to hear about Max. That's such a bummer, and you know, I don't know what to say, but good to have you here, Uncle John. I'm sorry to hear about Max, and well, I'll swing by and toot the horn on our way over to Good Guys Pizza next week. Yes, Martin. Hey, right there, buddy. There it is. The Jim Kelly jersey is hanging in the studio. Looking forward to it. I'm going to go ahead and get it framed. Uncle John's here. Martin's here. Drunatic's here. This is what we're drinking, guys. Right off with a bang. The Laguntas IPA. It's 10 o'clock in the morning here in California. So, Dad, please don't tell Mom I'm drinking this early, but due to the Bills game starting a little bit later, I wanted to go ahead and get the show going, and I wanted to test it out because we might go with this time on a regular basis. So let me know in the comments below if you like this time slot or the old time slot better. But now let's go ahead and talk about where we always start with the show, and that's COVID. Hope you guys are safe. Hope that wherever you are, that you're staying safe, that the precautions are kind of getting better. We got a vaccine. We have a vaccine, and it's coming. I'm not sure when the general public will get it. I know that it has been approved, and I believe that the frontline workers and the people, I'm sure, and steward of the time slot, please, old time slot, please. That okay? Very good. Thank you. I like that. So we'll see when we get it. We'll see when the general public gets it. They're saying on the news and things like that, sometime in spring. So March, April, maybe I'll have a COVID vaccine for my birthday. Who the hell knows? But hopefully that you guys will be okay. Traveling. I don't know about you guys, but I am traveling for Christmas. I have to see my family. This time slot, but okay, for the Europeans, they're liking it this time slot better. So the thing is I'm flying to New York from California. Ship today, start vaccinations tomorrow for frontlines. Well, yes, Mike, cousin Mike is here. Guys, welcome. Cousin Mike's favorite beer. Thank you for that. All right, so anyway, I'm flying home. I live in California. I'm going back to New York. Now, these are two of the most restricted states in the United States for all the COVID regulations. And you know, a lot of people might say, oh, it's because they're Democratic governors and, you know, mayors and things like that. Maybe it is. I don't know. But who the hell cares? What's best for people is all I care about. You got to also remember California and New York have the most populated areas. So going from Los Angeles to Buffalo, I have to go ahead and I have to make sure that you have to have a COVID test before you get on the airplane, 72 hours. And then after your third day of being in New York, you have to get another COVID test, and you have to be quarantined for up to 14 days. If that test is negative, you can fly back to California under those 14 days. So I'm not sure where you're from, what state or what country, but if you have any regulations, any flying restrictions other than the normal, you cannot go there things, let me know. I'd love to hear from you, but that's what it's like going from California to New York. So I'll go ahead and get a test done on Monday the 21st before I fly home. It's a quick result. I'll stay quarantined at my house in Buffalo, and then I will go ahead on the fourth day and get myself another COVID test. So you know, that's just part of what we're living in. You got to be strong. You got to be safe for other people, obviously. And You know, that's, I'm not really concerned about it. I've had a COVID test like every month where they tickle your brain. It's not too bad. It's actually after you get used to it, it's kind of weird. You kind of look forward to feeling that thing. I don't know. I don't ever want another one, but we got to do what we got to do. And I'm more concerned about wearing the mask for, let's see, probably close to 15 hours. Maybe no. Yeah, probably about 15 hours I'll be wearing, maybe a little bit more, because from the time I leave my house, take an Uber to the airport, will be late at night, like 10 o'clock at night, LA time. Then I'll fly to Chicago, which is another 5-6 hours being in the airport, taking the flight. And then I have to go ahead and have 5-hour layover. And you can't take your mask off other than when you're eating, I suppose. But I'm not sure how it is in the airports. If you know, let me know. Then I got to fly to Buffalo. So it's going to be quite a haul, 15 hours wearing that mask. If you guys have any tips, tricks, or anything to help me get through that, let me know. Other than that, I'm just going to have to bear it and get through it. And at the other end, I get to see my family. So I'm really excited about that. Looking forward to seeing you, Pops. Looking forward to, of course, seeing my mom, all my brothers and sisters. Sucks I won't be able to hang with Uncle John and my cousin Mike. But, you know, we'll make the best of it. And, you know, overall, I just want to be home for the holidays. So, hope you're doing good. Hope that you're taking precautions wherever you're at. Let me know what they are when you're flying. This is what we're drinking. We're drinking the Laguntas IPA. When I take a look at this, it's got that perfect look of an IPA, right? You know, when you look at a lager or a pilsner, it's got more of a sunshine kind of yellow look to it. Well, this has got that nice color of gold and amber and just not totally red, but just the perfect IPA. And well, like Mike was saying, my cousin, this is a really delicious beer. It's smooth. It's got a hint of, there's something else other than that strong hops, and I'm not sure what it is. I don't think it's, I'm trying to get it here in the nodes of my taste buds. I don't think it's grapefruit. A lot of IPAs typically go with a citric flavor, possibly a lemony citric flavor, but it's not overpowering. It's just a small hint. Will you be uploading any videos this Xmas? Yes, I will be. Of course, we're going to be doing all the way up until Christmas Day. We will be doing the Vlogmas. We are on day 13. Man, I'm telling you guys, so I'm going to go into it. So last week was from 7 to 13. So I've done 13 episodes in a row, and wow, it's been really good, to be honest with you. You know, I don't get thousands and millions of views, but that's not why I do this. I do this because I love it. I get better at it. And if you haven't seen any of those videos, make sure you check it out. Today's video is called Snow. It's a beginner book. It's a really cool rhyming book. We did Charlie Brown last week. We did Coronavirus Christmas. We did a bunch of them. There's 13 of them. I will be, Jen's, uploading some videos, and I will be uploading the Choco Challenge. I didn't get to it this week. So this week we'll be doing the hottest chocolate in the world for 2020. And then next week I'll be doing the famous Food Friday fruitcake. Don't call me a fruitcake. You know, around the holidays, everyone is really excited about all the delicious treats and fun stuff. And for some reason, the fruitcake always gets purchased and just sits there on the table. I don't know how it is in your family. Maybe you guys have a sweet recipe, but in my family growing up, the fruitcake never really got ate. I don't even think people bring it around, but it is one of the most famous traditions around the holidays. It's made more than any other cake in the world. The month of like end of December up until Christmas, they produce more fruit cakes than they do of any cake throughout the year. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'll do a Food Friday on a fruit cake. If you're not familiar with the fruit cake, check it out. It's a very interesting Western thing. Hey, Aquanuts, welcome to the show. Yes. All right. Yes. All right, guys, good to see y'all. We have 8 people in the room. Please go ahead and hit that like button if you can. I'd love to, you know, get some support from that like. It's really important, but more important, I'm glad you guys are here. So, gents, do expect a few more videos. And then after the new year, we're gonna go out and start doing some travel videos. So it's gonna be one travel video a week, then we'll do one Food Friday a week, and we'll do one Reading Man Dan a week, and then that fourth week of each month, I don't know, we'll maybe slide something in there, or I'll just go ahead and do another Travel Man Dan. But I will be traveling next year, and we'll be making some more travel vlogs, and I'll get into that in a minute. But each and every week we will be doing the beer video show. I'm really pumped up about that. So where are you going to go, Danny? Well, I'll let you know. Where are you going to go when COVID ends? But for next year, this is what I got planned so far. We're going to go, and we got Nashville in April, already Tennessee, so it's already booked. I'm going to hopefully, please, go to Laos. So I'm going to go back over to Asia, to Southeast Asia. Laos is a small country in between Myanmar, Cambodia, and Thailand. It's in the jungle, and the capital city is Vientiane. I want to go over there. It was the one Southeast Asian country that I missed. So I'm hoping that I can go and do a whole bunch of videos there sometime in July or maybe June. So we'll see what happens. That's on the docket. Definitely going to do Hawaii. I'm going to go over to Hawaii next year, probably in September sometime. I plan Tivoli the 18th to drink. Oh, damn, dude. Lunatic. I want to come there. Me and Tenacious Freak were already talking about it. I don't know if I'll be able to do it next Christmas. Who knows? Maybe the channel will completely explode. If this thing pops off and I'm able to earn an income, who knows? I'll be traveling all over the world, and I will be at Tivoli next Christmas. But if not next Christmas, maybe the following one. I definitely going to go back to Copenhagen, and I want to do it in the winter time so that I can go to Tivoli with you guys around the holidays. But yeah, I'm going to do Hawaii, and Hawaii is going to be awesome because we're in Hawaii. I'm going to go to the Big Island, and I'm going to hook up. Mike, if you want to go, I got a friend there, and he's got a farm, and him and his wife, I know here from Los Angeles. They moved out there about 13 years ago, and he's got the coolest job. I don't know if you guys remember about 3 years ago when all those volcanoes were erupting and they were filling the sky and there was lava and all that kind of shit was going on. Well, that is the park where my buddy Karma works at. He works with the Geological Institute, and all that footage that you saw on the news, that was his footage. If you saw on the bottom, it would say his name and stuff. Yeah, but I'm going into the park. I got a suggestion too. Let's hear it. And I'm going to go and do some travel videos of hiking those volcanoes. Obviously, he's with the Geological Institute. We're not going to go ahead and be unsafe, but we're going to go and you can get literally right up next to the lava. So definitely going to do that. And then all throughout the year, it's going to be awesome. All throughout the year, I'm going to do more of California. I'm going to do a little bit of Arizona or Utah. So got a big next year planned out. If you saw the Travel Man Dan studio board, you can see I got the next 6 months already planned out with what I want to do. Food will be a lot in here in Los Angeles. I really want to get into some of the Mexican food here. I want to get into some ultra weird things here. And we're just going to keep cruising, and I'm just going to get better 1% each time, each video. So look forward to that. But yeah, I'm definitely going to continue each show. So look for the Travel Man Dan show. Look for the Food Friday show, and look for the Reading Man Dan show, all here on the Danny Salay channel. And that's what I got planned. Where are you guys planning on going? Once COVID's over, where's your top destination? Okay, it could be a city, it could be a different country, it could be somewhere that you really wanted to go that is shut down inside your city. But let me know, I'd love to hear from you. All right, we're drinking the Laguntas IPA. And the good measure of a good IPA, tap room. That's my dad's favorite bar. I'm sure once that sucker opens, he'll be there. We might have to wheel him home in a stretcher. Thailand, nice, gents. Thailand is awesome. I love Thailand. I've been there about 4 times. I love each part of it. Although I did not see the north part of Thailand. I've never been to Chiang Mai. One good indicator of a nice IPA is when you burp and it smells like an IPA. I love that. kind of gross, kind of dirty, but this isn't number 5, what would you rather. I'm just telling you the real, okay? But here we are, we're drinking the Laguntas. Uncle Mark, yes. Really nice flavor, really delicious. Can't figure out what that third taste is, but it's got the perfect ratio of good tasting hops to clean, refreshing beer. And if you want to try an IPA that's not going to knock the socks off you, this one seems to be the one to drink. It is a 6.2, so it does register on the stronger side of beer for the weekly beer and video review show, but it's got a nice subtlety to it. It's got a nice kind of creeps up on you a little bit. Some IPAs, you just drink like 4 sips and you're always like, dude, man, I'm feeling this already. This is not that kind of one. Perfectly. Mike, I can see why you like it so much. All right, so now I want to go ahead and talk about some other really cool stuff. And the first thing I want to talk about is a good mechanic, okay? Who knows what I'm talking about? I think we talked about this before. Well, I had some issues with the car again, the truck. The old Food Friday truck was acting funny. Took it to one mechanic. He did the diagnostic check. It came out some kind of weird California and Italy. Junatech, if you come to LA, be sure to hit me up. Okay, I'll definitely take you around. Italy sounds awesome. I was there in 2000 and it was amazing. I can't wait to go back. I'm really waiting to go back to Italy when I have a stretch of time. I want to go back, but I don't want to just go back for a week. I want to go back to Italy and do it for like 2 months. I just absolutely love that country. And, you know, there's a possibility within the next 4 or 5 years that I actually move there. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, but yeah, so I found this great mechanic, and I'll tell you what, I'm not getting paid by these guys. They're called Automotive Instincts. They're here in the Valley, and the first guy took it to the diagnostics check. It came up the ABS sensor. If you don't know what that is, check it out. It basically sensors your wheels to work with your anti-lock brake system. Kind of an expensive part, and the labor and stuff like that, it'll bring you about $300-400. But I was still hearing the sound that I heard prior to taking that in there. So I took it to Automotive Instincts. They are here in the Valley. They are in Northridge. And guys, I'm telling you, there's not a better feeling than when you find your guy, when you find your shop. Okay? No, I'm still at work. Tenacious Freak, welcome. Welcome, yes. There's not a better feeling than when you find that mechanic. And, you know, cars are going to break down. I got an older car. That's okay. I like it. It runs good, and I'm okay with paying for when it breaks down because I don't have a monthly car payment. But what you do want is you want a fair shake at the mechanic. You just want a fair price. Now, I know all about the markups and sales and all that kind of shit, but guys, find yourselves a good mechanic. It's so important. Once you have that person, you can feel comfortable that they will diagnose your car. They'll be able to fix it, and they'll give you a fair shake. So this is a special shout out to Scott over at Automotive Instincts. Thank you so much for taking care of my drum. I feel much safer. The truck runs 100% smoother. Yes, this b-ball play up speed oh man, I don't even know what Liam, I have no idea what that dirty talk means. Well, obviously Liam has joined us. Yeah, I'm not really sure what that even means. But welcome to the show. Thank you so much. And then that's my point on that. Hey guys, if you're just hopping on like Liam, you know, try to keep it somewhat clean. All right, we're drinking the Laguntas IPA. Delicious IPA that we're plowing through. Really sweet flavor to it. Got that perfect hoppiness that you want when you taste an IPA. Overall, a really refreshing, smooth, clean, and clear taste. 6.2% and really enjoying it. Yeah, this is good. All right. Hey, Tenacious Freak is in the house. So guys, really pumped up. I want to talk about another thing that's really exciting, and that is, ladies and gentlemen, we had it 2 weeks ago. She was the first person to kick off in a Power 5 school. For those of you that don't know, over in Europe, college football is massive here in the United States. It's our breeding ground for the NFL, which pretty much runs our country in sports. But if you don't know, a female kicker suited up and kicked off at Vanderbilt University in Nashville, Tennessee 2 weeks ago. Her name is Sarah Fuller. Okay, now that was 2 weeks ago, so go Sooners. Nice. All right, I like the Sooners. But what's really important about this yesterday was Sarah Fuller scored the first point ever for a female kicker in a top Power 5 division, school, college, whatever you want to call it. Can't believe it. Sarah Fuller has scored an extra point when Vanderbilt scored a touchdown. She came in, she kicked the extra point, and this is groundbreaking. This is huge for women that want to go over and they want to play football. I don't know if we'll ever see a woman ever playing like a corner or linebacker, just because of body weight, safety issues. There's a lot of things that come in. But playing kicker, still a very important, very, very important position. I mean, we lost the Super Bowl on it. But congratulations to Sarah Fuller and Vanderbilt University, who took initiative to put her on the team. She was, I believe, a backup on the soccer team, and then she tried out for the football team, and she was able to kick field goals. So congratulations, Sarah Fuller. That is huge. That is massive. Nashville, Tennessee should be proud. The United States should be proud. It's a very progressive movement. I love to see that. So cheers to you, Sarah Fuller. It's like that whole thing of like, if she can do the job, why not, right? Now, here was the only thing why it didn't happen sooner. Is like, let's say that she's kicking off. And if you don't know American football, you basically kick off, and the guy catches it, and he's running back or whatever, and the other team's blocking, and then these 11 guys and 10 guys and one girl are coming here, and she might get cleaned out. And some of those guys, like, I'll be honest with you, they're 250 pounds and they run a 4.6 40. And Sarah Fuller is probably 120 pounds. So, you know, she might get just completely wiped out. So that was why women kickers weren't allowed in the NFL sooner, or college or whatever. But I believe with this one, I believe that Sarah Fuller, who is a groundbreaking pioneer, not only in sports, but just for women in general, to crack that barrier, I believe we are going to see it sometime in the next 5 years in the NFL. Now, what happens on a blocked field goal, or maybe a fake field goal, or a kickoff return, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But congratulations. Let's celebrate this day. Let's not look at the what ifs. Sarah Fuller, the first woman kicker in college football to score a point. That's awesome. Looking forward to seeing what she does. Well, since we're on the topic of football, let's get right into it. Hey, guys, the Buffalo Bills. Huge game tonight. I'm so excited. I just can't stop thinking about the Hail Murray. All right, it sucks, man, because if we win tonight, we'll not only be 10-2, right? Or I mean 11-2. Yes, the Steelers 11-2, but we'll be in the driver's seat for the second seed. But it doesn't really matter. They will win. Thank you, Junatic. It'll be hard. It will be a tough game. We have one of the most potent offenses with the Buffalo Bills, with one of the most, if not the most potent defense with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But the Steelers are banged up. Okay, they don't have Bud Dupree. Two of their other linebackers are out. They do have TJ Watt. And it is on national TV, right? Sunday Night Football. And last week when they played San Francisco on Monday Night Football, we looked amazing. Okay, perfect game. So hopefully we'll be able to do this. Here is the most impactful and pivotal thing that I can say to you. Now, we need a couple other little things to go our way. But if we win tonight, this, how weird does it feel to say that the Bills are good in the mic? It's so weird, because my Bills crew here in Los Angeles is made up of some old school guys, and I love them. They're from, Williamsville, Amherst, Newport, and they a little bit older than me, so they went through that 90s surge when we were unbeatable, except for the Super Bowl. And then the other half is these young guys who've they've had nothing but 20 years of bad football. Not as weird as saying the Jets are good. Yeah, but here's what I'm going to say. The last time the Buffalo Bills won the division, the AFC East, was 1995. Can you believe that? I was in high school. I mean, I can't believe that. And when you think about it, and tonight, if they win, they have a really good chance of some other pieces falling, like Miami losing, and I think Indianapolis has to beat the Browns. I forget. It's just some weird things. No, I'm sorry. It's only Miami. But if Miami loses and the Bills win, we could wrap up the division tonight. I mean, that's humongous. That is hey, Zachary, what's up, dude? All right. You know, it's Coach D. I love to hear that. Thank you so much, Zach. I appreciate it. Guys, I have one of my students here, so please, Steelers are the best team in the NFL. Oh my gosh. No, Zach. No. I know why you think that, Zach. And I know you're connected to the Steelers. I know your family is, but listen, I want to say, good luck tonight. Say hello to your family. Say hello to your mom and dad, your brother. It's good to see you. I'm happy that you hopped on here, but still, hey. I'm so happy that you showed up and you're enjoying yourselves. Good luck tonight. Like I said, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to you and your family. Fighting words, yeah. I'll tell you later, cousin Mike. But yeah. So looking forward to it. It's definitely going down. Zachary, Kansas are probably currently not a fan of them either. Yeah, Kansas City looking really good. I think that if the Bills play Kansas City again, we're gonna have a different game plan where we're not gonna try to keep everything in front of us. Let's just have a shootout. I mean, we got some friggin' weapons, man. Let's just do this thing. All right. Anyway. This is what we're drinking, guys. If you're just hopping on the show, we're having Laguntas IPA. Delicious IPA from Petaluma, California. Really nice beer. If you're in the mood for a smooth IPA, one that's not going to drop your drawers, one that's not going to make you slobber knocker, one that's going to make you feel, wow, that's just a delicious, tasty beer. That's the one. Really nice. Cousin Mike, I know that you said before that you enjoyed it. I can see why. It's got a perfect flavor, not overpowering, delicious hoppy flavor, and I'm enjoying it. Now, I want to go. I love the Animal Buffalo, so they will win. Tuna Tech, yes. All right. Very cool, very cool. All right, so now I want to go ahead and talk about real quick, as long as we're on sports. I don't know if you guys seen the UFC. Unfortunately, Tony Ferguson lost yesterday to Charles Oliveira. Man, that dude is sick. I don't know if you guys have seen it. The submission artist, he just manhandled Tony Ferguson, which is like unbelievable. But the guy to watch for is Kevin Holland. Remember that name, guys. The guy's going to be a friggin' champion, man. The guy's awesome. He fought 5 times this year. Each time that he's fought, he's whipping ass. He's calling out people for next week. He's calling out Khamzat Chimaev for next week's fight. But the way he's doing it, he's brash. He backs up. He talks in the middle of a fight. I've never seen a fighter talk shit like the way he does. He's down on the ground and he socked the guy from his back, falling backwards, and KO'd Jacare Souza. If you haven't seen it, check it out. 256. The main event was awesome. Figueroa versus Moreno. It was a really great match, and love the UFC. And if you get a chance to watch it on a replay somewhere, ESPN Plus, YouTube, I'm sure they'll have it. Hey guys, now we're moving on, and we're almost to show and tell. But I want to bring up something really quick. I went to Del Taco yesterday. If you haven't seen my video on Del Taco, check it out. It'll be up there. It's on my Food Friday during the beginning stages of the pandemic. But I don't know if you guys have Del Taco, but one thing that Del Taco does is they hook you up, man. A little too much, right? So you order your food. I usually get 4 Del Tacos. It's just a simple hard shell taco, but they put a lot of cheese in it, lettuce, tomato, the works. I like it. American style taco, gringo, white boy, whatever the hell you want to call it. But then when you come up to the window and you ask for hot sauce, every single time. They literally just grab in there. And this is what I have left over. I don't know how many packets this is. 8, 9, 10. I'm dropping some. They give me about 25 to 30 packets of hot sauce. I get the old Del Scorcho, right? This one is really good. It's not that hot after eating the hot chocolate one, but unbelievable. If you have Del Taco, check it out. They give you so much hot sauce. It's insane. Because I remember before when I was in Europe, and it's like, you know, Americans are just ludicrous when it comes to condiments. Like butter in the movie theater, as much as you want. Ketchup at McDonald's, as much as you want. Just insane, okay? And obviously Del Taco. But when you go to Europe or you go to Asia, it's not like that. I think in certain cases, I think even in Italy, I had to pay for extra ketchup. And it's like a little thing like this, right? But Del Taco. Let me know what your experience is like at Del Taco. Do you get the freaking claw handful of all the crazy hot sauce? Or do you just get like, how many packets would you like? Not me. Every time I go to this place, they load that shit up and it's nuts. But good tacos, you know, fast food tacos. But sometimes once a week, I still like to indulge in a good fast food. So with that being said, I was definitely looking forward to going home to Buffalo because I'm going to do one of the coolest things. And Cousin Mike, if you want to join me, I'm going to do Mighty Taco. Mighty Taco. Mighty Taco. Mighty Taco is a regional to Western New York taco place. It's like the American style taco where it's the ground beef and the hard shell. And to be honest with you, I don't really love it. Every time I eat it, I get sick. I get a little bit of a stomach ache. It's not the greatest. I think Del Taco is probably the best of the fast foods. Then maybe Taco Bell, and then Mighty Taco. But I'm still going to bring you a Food Friday. So stay tuned for that episode. I'll give you a little bit. Oh, man. See? That's what I'm saying. I'll give you a little bit of preview of what that's like. Hey, guys. Now I'm going to go ahead and have another sip of the Laguntas. And it's show and tell time. Now this show and tell for me is gonna be so awesome. Alright, maybe add Lloyd or Deep South instead. Yeah, you know the thing is I don't want to go to Lloyd's. I don't support them. I heard a little commentary. Show and tell. Yes, show and tell. Zach, get ready for this. Okay, guys, I'm really excited. I'm really pumped up. I told you earlier in the show that I'll be going back out and traveling. Obviously, COVID has affected my channel in terms of travel. That's why I created Reading Man Dan. And it's been sensational. Zach, make sure they know over at Curtis I'm doing Reading Man Dan. But hey, next year's going to be a lot of fun because I've upped my game. 1%. It's not about getting on YouTube and expecting to be Jake or Logan Paul, Gary Vanderchuk, or just Sean Cannell overnight. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of other things. You got to continue to create content. You got to continue to get better. And that's what I've done. And today's show and tell is something that's going to make me better. And I'm really excited about it. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, check out this year's show and tell. Today's show and tell. This is the DJ Ronin Pro Gimbal. This thing is awesome. Check this thing out. I'm going to take a look. I'm so excited about this. This is going to up my game. Take a look at this amazing Mega Pro kit that I just got. This thing is freaking awesome. I'm going to leave it in the box to show you. Okay, now what this thing will do. This is a Ronin. If you're not familiar with what a Ronin is, I will show you, or sometimes referred to as a gimbal. It will look like this when it's set up, okay? As you can see, down here is the handle. Say I'm holding it. Now, this thing can rotate and it can pivot. Yeah, this thing is the Pro kit. So they use it on movies. It can definitely go ahead and handle the capability for what I want to do as not only a vlogger, but I'm going to be creating some shorts. I'm going to be creating some acting skits and reels and things like that for my acting career. But this thing is awesome because you can control it using this little thing. It pivots around. It works against all the shaking. So all that shaking that you see in some of my earlier videos when I was just on a selfie stick on a phone, but doesn't matter. Getting done is getting better than being perfect. But this one will really up my game. This is the Ronin SC. This is a badass thing. I bought it on Black Friday. I'm really looking forward to it. You can do so many cool things with it. Like, say I set it up over there, okay? Wow, I love the hydraulics. Yeah, Xmas color. Yeah, you know, I'm not a very superficial guy. I work really hard. To be honest with you, most of my life, pretty much all of my life, I haven't had much financial success, but I still have an idea. I have a vision. I have a dream that what I want to happen, I can make it happen. I have to continue to work at it. So each and every year, I bought myself a nice little Christmas gift, and this is what I wanted to buy. I like potatoes. Yes, Jackson, welcome. I like potatoes too. I like them fried. I like them baked. I like them boiled even. Not bad. Good to have you here, Jackson. But yeah, so this is what today's show and tell is. I'll be breaking this thing out, and you're going to see the quality of videos go up a lot because I'm going to do a lot more cooler stuff with this thing rather than just kind of holding it and, well, just out here like that. Now, it's worked up to this point, but if you don't recognize how to get better and then actually do it, then you'll never do it. So sometimes you got to up your game. Now, what I want to say to people is, if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, you're thinking about doing this this endeavor, it's not so much about the gear. Now, I've been doing this for 2 years. I've been doing it on an iPhone 6 or 8, I forget what it was, a selfie stick. Now I got a better camera, I got a really good camera, good lens and stuff like that, but I've upped my level. Don't think that to start, you need the best equipment and then you're going to go out there and you're going to knock everything out of the park. 100,000 subscribers, 1 million views. Use that with Buffalo. Use your vision. Yeah, that's just not how it works. You got to get good. So I got comfortable doing it and got better each and every year, and I upped my game with my equipment. And now, as I continue to get better, you will learn how to shoot things better. You need the equipment to get better, and well, that's the stage I'm at. And hopefully next year you'll be able to reap those benefits as you watch the videos, and they do seem a little better. All right, guys. Thanks for checking out today's show and tell. Zachary, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope your brother's watching. All right, now, here's what we're drinking, Laguntas IPA. I'm going to slam this down. I'm going to give it a score, and then we're going to go to my favorite segment called What Would You Rather? All right, here we go. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. Really delicious taste. Love the Laguntas IPA. Can't stress how much I enjoy that IPA flavor, but this one is really good because it doesn't overpower you. It doesn't knock you out with that crazy hoppy flavor like you're just slammed into a pine tree when you're skiing. It's just got that right taste to it. It's got a subtle flavor. It's clean to drink. It's refreshing. And that brewery up in Petaluma, they've done a hell of a job. That's why I'm going to give this one a score of an 8. Overall, completely satisfied. If you get a chance to check it out, if you see it at your store, if you go ahead and you check out the brewery, definitely try this one. It's a delicious IPA, and I'm sure you're going to love it. Yeah, that's some good stuff. Okay, so now let's do What Would You Rather. Are you guys ready? Let me know. Woohoo! We got 9 people. Be sure to go ahead and hit that like button. Let me know what you're enjoying the most about this show. Now, you can go ahead and tell me right now. I'll definitely try to answer your comment. But the best thing to do is wait till the show is over and put down in the comment section what your 5 What Would You Rather answers would be. Now, there is no right. There is no wrong. I just wanted to see what you think. And here we go. Did you know I went to Curtis with Zach? Yes, I did, Jackson. Welcome. Welcome so much. Welcome to the show. I hope you're having a good time. I hope you have some potatoes. Now, we're going to do What Would You Rather, okay? So, the first 4 questions are fun, easy. Answer them however you want. The 5th question is a little gross. Sometimes it's a little disgusting. Because I have a few of my students here, we're definitely not going to get perverted, disgusting. We're just going to shoot you straight. You can answer how you want. Here we go. Cheers to you, Aquanuts. Question number 1. Where would you rather go? I got a ticket for you. Would you rather go, okay, to New Orleans, Louisiana, to the French Quarter. Drinking, partying, throwing beads, getting nuts, rowdy action, American style, drinking, partying. New Orleans, Louisiana is amazing food, lots of fun party time. And or would you prefer to go to Sydney, Australia? Wow, they have a lot of bars there too. So we're talking about city versus city. Sydney, Australia, a great time. The Australians definitely love to get rowdy and drunk. Okay, they cheer for different sports. They have a good time. Yes, give Jackson a hello. Give Jackson and Zachary a big travel man Dan hello. So where would you rather go? New Orleans, Junetic? Now, I've never been to Sydney, Australia. I've been to New Orleans a few times. I've partied my butt off at New Orleans. Had a great time. One of the best times I ever had was at a rock and roll bar called the Howlin' Wolf. Ooh. All right, good stuff. But since I've already been to New Orleans a few times, I definitely would choose Sydney, Australia. I want to go there. I want to see what it's all about. Australia has always been a really kind of intrigue to me because I feel like they're the most westernized between, well, you have Australia and you have England and then you have the United States, and I'm just curious. I have a lot of really good Australian friends and I want to do the bridge walk. As strange as that sounds, you can walk over that crazy bridge in Sydney, and I'm petrified of heights. I'm petrified of walking uphill over heights. So I want to face my fears. I want to punch that sucker right in the face, and I want to go ahead and go to Sydney. So that's what I would do. What would you rather, New Orleans or Sydney? All right, question number 2. This one is a lot of fun, and this one is, well, it's a little scary. And like I said, I'm afraid of heights. So what would you rather? Would you rather go on one hell of a roller coaster ride? I'm talking about, you know, when it's like you're strapped in, that sucker just comes down, and it's like, and you're holding on to dear life, and then it's like tick 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 tick. All right, and it's just woo, you know, roller coaster action. I mean, that initial drop for me, I got into a car accident years ago. I haven't been the same. Something about being locked into like a roller coaster or going uphill, it freaks my mind up. I have terrible anxiety, and then I'm not sure if it's as scary for you. Zachary and Jackson, you guys are young, man. You're probably like taking your shirts off and woohoo, you know. But for older people, roller coasters do some weird things in your mind past your 30s. Or would you rather be on a bridge, one of those crazy bridges that are like in Colorado or Arizona, like where it's in this deep canyon, and bungee jump? Okay, now what's more scary, being locked into that roller coaster and going tick 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 tick, or the thought of, as they're falling, don't like to go upside down? I say I like going upside down. Or falling all the way down, and when you hit that bounce, whether or not it's going to actually work. I gotta be honest with you, both of these suckers scare the shit out of me. I'm definitely scared of both of them. I don't know which one I would prefer. The anxiety of being the bridge, Jackson, nice. The anxiety of being locked into a roller coaster and can't getting out. I seriously might. Excuse me. I seriously might poop my pants. So I'm going with the bridge. I'm hopping off. You know, definitely just a jump in. One of the things I want to do this spring, really looking forward to it, is doing a Travel Man Dan skydiving out here in Paris, California. So I'm looking forward to that. I gotta face my fears. Don't be afraid. You gotta go for it. And but of these two, I'm gonna take the bungee jumping off the bridge. Which would you rather? Number 3. Number 3 is a lot of fun, and that's well, you're going for a bike ride. Okay, real quick and simple. Do you prefer a mountain bike or a street bike, like a roadster, like they race in the Tour de France? Which bike do you prefer? I'm never gonna bungee jump. It was run down by empty, but I don't know. You feel it. was run down on my MT. Yeah. Oh man. Well, Copenhagen is so dangerous on bikes. These friggin' things are like, and there's a bike lane, much like Berlin, and I could see where you could get into a lot of automobile bike accidents. But which do you prefer to ride? Do you like a mountain bike or a roadster? Now, me, I'm over 205 pounds. I'm a little bit heavier. I don't know how I would be on a roadster because I haven't ridden one in a long time. I have a mountain bike and I love it. I'm training for a triathlon on a mountain bike. How weird is that? But I don't know how it is, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna choose a mountain bike. Bungee, nice. Which one would you prefer? Would you prefer a mountain bike or a roadster? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Number four. This one's fun because this one's gonna tie into something later. Okay, I'm gonna give you a stack of 5 movies. I have a TT bike, but too fat. Yeah, exactly. Martin, that's awesome. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, bigger body people will say that. I'm glad that you're not too PC and just come out and say, look, dude, I'm too fat. But hey, look, whatever you got to do, whatever you have to do to get on a bike, I hope that it works for you. But yeah, for me, it's a mountain bike. But the next one, I'm going to give you 5 movies. 5 movies, okay? I know. You wish they were 5 Travel Man Dan movies, don't you? But anyway, this is what I'm going to say. Which would you rather watch? Okay? Nice. Yeah, that's a badass bike, Martin. My co-worker is a triathlete, and he's got some crazy sick, like, $3,000 bikes. I'm like, $3,000? Oh, man. All right, anyway. So which would you rather? I'm giving you 5 movies. Doesn't matter which 5 of their body of work. You can pick any 5 you want. But who you watching? Mel Gibson or Bruce Willis? Ooh. Mel Gibson or Bruce Willis. Both 5 phenomenal actors. I like to consider them as actors who do action. You know, you have your if you know me, you know we talk about this a lot. I'm friends with a lot of stunt and action actors like Crazy Flips. Who are they? What? You don't know who Bruce Willis and Mel Gibson are? Jackson, come on, man. Are you breaking my oranges? But hey guys, these are 5 amazing actors. You have your Die Hard series. You have Whole 9 Yards. You have Sixth Sense and Mel Gibson. You have Braveheart. You have, oh man, I'm blanking. Lethal Weapon. You have some of the newer stuff. I love that Kill the Gringo, I think it was called. Really good, great actors. For me, I love them both. But if I had to choose only one, I'm sorry. You didn't disappoint me, Jackson. You're here, bud. And I'm very appreciative that you even showed up. But if you get a chance, go ahead and Google Bruce Willis and Mel Gibson. We all know you're younger, so that's okay. Maybe you just haven't heard of them. But you probably know who they are. But anyway, Bruce Willis, I saw moonlighting when I was in Cali. That's awesome. It's a tough call because I like them both, and I like all their movies. I love the new Mel Gibson, the new Bruce Willis, what are they? The Charles Bronson one. Give it to me. Shoot, now I forget what it's called. The Charles Bronson series that has been redone by Bruce Willis is really good, and I completely blanked on it, but if I had to choose one, I'm going with Mel Gibson. I absolutely love his work. I love I love his Braveheart movies. I love, Lethal Weapon was one of my favorite movies. And he's just, all throughout time, he's always put out good stuff. They were both in the Expendables. They both did great movies. And so it's a tough choice. But if I had to pick 5 movies from Mel Gibson for me. All right, and that brings us to what would you rather, number 5. Now, because I have a few students like Jackson and who else? Zachary's with me. The Fifth Element. We're not going to get too gross. So here is number 5. What would you rather? Would you rather since we were talking earlier about a handful, eat a handful of rust chips. Just flakes of rust. Mel is good, but after his little meltdown, just never. Yeah, that's true. A lot of people feel like that. So I'm talking a whole handful, like this high, of rust chips from a car. Little flakes, little thin things. You gotta eat all these rusty pieces of metal. Or would you prefer to do a shot of gasoline? I mean, just a whole shot full of good old unleaded 87. Probably a Hertz like fire going down. Who the hell knows what goes on? But I actually seen a guy in high school do it. Justin Ogilvy, about 20 years ago, did a shot of gasoline. I couldn't believe it. I'd rather do a shot. Well, I think I'm with you on that, Jackson. For me, the idea of eating all those disgusting rust chips off of a piece of metal off of a car, oh man, it just scratches your throat, then it scratches down through your esophagus, through your small intestine, large intestine, colon, and out the anus. You're screwed, man. You're screwed if you do that. So I'm just gonna go with the fire, and I'm just gonna go ahead and take a shot of gasoline. What would you rather, guys? There is no right or wrong. Just let me know where you stand. I'd love to hear from you. That is that segment of What Would You Rather. Now it's time for the second beer. Woohoo! All right, today's second beer is going to be a lot of fun. So we need the old travel man, Dan. This guy right here. Sorry, guys, I'm looking at something right now. Okay, we need this little bottle opener because the next beer is a bottle. And that's why I'm excited to bring to you guys this delicious beer from one of the places I can't wait to visit. I don't know if you remember from 2-3 weeks ago, we had my buddy Miroslav, aka Notch, and he went ahead and translated an old Czech Republic, teach kids that, don't teach, yes, I know. Well, he's a little bit older, so he should know that, guys, I want to definitely, Junatic's got a point. We do this fun show because I like to be silly and gross and weird and fun, but absolutely, I'm not condoning, don't ever eat rust chips, don't ever drink gasoline, okay? We should all know that. That's ridiculous, please. It's just one of those hypothetical what would you rather questions. But what I was talking about today's beer is from the Czech Republic. We had Notch on, and guys, I'm talking about Rebel Dark. That is the second beer. It is a Czech Republic beer. Let's go ahead and crack this sucker open. I always drink. No, Jackson. I know you're young and you're busting my chops. All right, here we go. Ooh, nice. Okay, this is the Rebel Dark. It has got 16.9 fluid ounces. It is a product of the Czech Republic. It is a 4.7. Not too strong, but let's see. Who thinks it's going to be dark? Who thinks it's going to be light? And check if it's dark. Yes, Junatic. It says Rebel Dark. Let's go ahead and see it. Now, my friend that did go on the show last week with his Czech translation has always told me how Czech beers are really dark. So, I'm putting you to the test right now, Notch. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see what this sucker looks like. Oh, yeah. He's right. No. Oh, baby. This sucker's like a porter. All right. How is this possible? Look at this, baby. Oh, shit. All right. So, this sucker looks like a good old stout or a porter. It is the Czech beer since 1333. Yes, it is midnight dark. It is super dark. It looks like a nitro coffee. All right, I'm definitely liking the look of this thing. It doesn't have too much of a smell coming off of the bottle. Let's go ahead and take a sip. Wow. Okay. One thing I definitely beautiful. One thing I definitely taste on this beer is got a bit of a malty chocolate note going on in it. I'm not sure if it's actually like milk chocolate or dark chocolate. It probably isn't. It's probably more of a molasses and malty flavor. It's definitely really, really carbonated. And the way I can tell that it's carbonated is when you taste it, you can feel the bubbles still going up and through your throat, almost like when you're drinking a cup of pop. So really interesting. Definitely a nice flavor. The Rebel Dark is what we're drinking from the Czech Republic. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but the first initial sip wasn't too bad. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pour this sucker in there. Look at that. Boiling over. Looking fresh. Looking clean. Tasting delicious. I'm really going to enjoy drinking that beer. Now, it's time to talk about the videos that are coming out this next week. Now, I told you before that the Choco Challenge was coming out. Don't worry, it's coming. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the editing bank, and you can watch me and my friend eat the hottest chocolate in the world and burn our friggin' mouths off. Now, my friend handled it pretty well. I did not. So, I'll go ahead and put that video up. But also, the next week will be episodes 14 through 21 of Reading Man Dan. Jackson, I know that you're at school, and I know that Zachary, you're at school, so check out some of the Reading Man Dan videos I used to teach at your school, the younger kids. It's me reading Christmas stories. So we got some fun ones coming up for the next 7 days. I'm absolutely loving it. Like I said, I'm not getting thousands of views on them, but it doesn't matter. I have fun. And one of the things that I was commenting to Jens about is when you read these children's stories, when you read these Christmas stories, it's really funny how, like, as adults, we forget all these basic. You should read the green. I did read Green Eggs and Ham. You can check it out. Go to my channel and check out Green Eggs and Ham. I did read it about 2 months ago. Just go to Reading Man Dan and check it out, man. But one of the things I like about Reading Man Dan is because the books are generally made for kids, they teach these amazing lessons, morals, and definitely committed 100%. You know, I don't know when it's going to happen. It's happening right now. You know, I'm making it. But one of the things I like is these messages and these morals and the values that they teach to kids through these books. And as an adult reading them, yes, you did like that one. as you read them as an adult, you're like, you know what? That is true. Why, for some reason, somewhere around middle school to now, did I forget these things, and that I need kind of this bring back to moment when I read these. But just excellent, good stuff. If you get a chance, check out one of these Christmas books. I'm sure you're going to like it. There's going to be 24 episodes. And the best thing about it is each and every year around Christmas, they're going to be cycled through the YouTube algorithm. And hopefully I'll catch some steam. I already found out last week from Roxanne, a good friend of mine and a viewer, that her daughter loved the books, that her school put it up on their school website. So how cool is that? And me as a substitute teacher who taught Zachary and Jackson, really fun, good stuff, because I taught at their school. I taught little kids. I did story time right there in the classroom. Now they can watch it each and every time around Christmas or throughout the year from various stories. Guys, if you're just hopping on, this is what we're drinking. It's not coffee. It's not a porter. It's called Rebel Dark. It's from the Czech Republic, and it's pretty tasty. Going back in for another sip. Yeah, it's got a weird kind of flavor to it. The carbonation is so strong on it that you do taste the molasses or the malt going on with it. That's why it's so dark. But then it hits you with all the bubbles, and it's got a good flavor. Really enjoying it. I know the Czech Republic loves its beer. It's a beer country, and well, this one is proven to be right along speed because it is good. You should write your own children's book about travel. Martin, it's funny that you say that because I have it. I've showed it to you guys before. You know, the coloring book is coming, guys. I have a coloring book coming out. It talks about the adventures of Travel Man Dan. You can color it. It is coming out. The reason I stalled it, it was supposed to be out last year after the summer, so early September. I stalled it because of COVID and because schools aren't in session. And one of the things about going ahead and creating a book like that I'm doing is it is a adventurous kind of story book that you can color for kids and stuff like that. And the drawings are all put, the writings are all made. I'm just working on a deal with the publisher right now, but I don't want to put it out until the schools are back in full session so that I can go into schools and promote it. Kind of like a rock band, or thank you, Jens, kind of like a rock band or a musician goes on tour. I would love to go on tour into schools and be able to promote that book and read that book. And the cool thing about my book is once you purchase it, half the proceeds are going to go to children around the world with needs for educational supplies. So for instance, let's say if the book is $20, $10 will go towards travel and Travel Man Dan to fly to different countries. $10 will go to donating to certain schools. So big picture going forward, let's say I make $4,000 off of selling the book. I'll be able to write a check and give a check for $2,000 to a school somewhere around the world, maybe Nigeria or the Philippines or Bolivia. The other $2,000 will fly me there with my crew and go ahead and put me up, and we'll be able to donate it, and I'll be able to film the episode. So not only will your donation go to support and benefit a good cause, but then you'll actually be able to watch where your donation money goes as I create an episode where I take the money generated from the donation and purchase of the coloring book and give it to a school, say somewhere in the hills of Lima, Peru or Tanzania. And then, well, it's still being all worked out, but it will happen. I'm looking to launch that as soon as schools are back in session around the world. Yeah, definitely. I will. Martin, I definitely will. Thank you, Aquanuts. Yeah, it's all happening, guys. Trust me. I don't have the pictures. I've showed you guys the pictures before, but it's all happening. And it just takes time because I'm a one-man band. You know what I mean? Like if I get a little bit more money and a little bit bigger of a team, I can definitely move this thing forward. But I still work a full-time job. I'm still creating, and I have to go ahead and do it the best that I can with what I got right now. But it will happen. Guys, at this point, now it's time for one of our favorite segments. I don't see him here today. I haven't heard from him at all. I know that they're having some issues in India right now, but it is my good friend Barrow's favorite time. It is the This Day in History segment. Woo! All right. Now, I'm not a history professor. I'm not a history professional. I just like to make a disclaimer saying I like events that happen in the history. I like to bring them up. So I'm going to drop them out to you right now. You go ahead and do the research. They're all accurate. I make sure that they're accurate. And, well, I just want to share with you what happened on this day in history. So, on this day in history, December 12th, 1570. We're taking it way back borrow time. The Peace of Stettin ended the Nordic 7 Years' War between Sweden and Denmark. Now, if you're new to the show, I'll tell you right now, Denmark, the Danish, are some of my favorite, if not the favorite people in the world. For me, I love these people. I love their country, and I love the Swedes too. So, I'm glad they were able to work it out. In 1570, the Peace of Stettin was established, and it ended the Nordic 7 Years' War. I'm sure you guys in Denmark probably learned that growing up, learned about it in school. We don't really know too much about your history, but I thought I would share that because a lot of my viewers are Scandinavian. All right, on this day in history, December 12th, 1920, Francis G. Pierce. Okay, he's inframeter at Mount Wilson Observatory in Los Angeles, is the first to ever measure the diameter of a star. And that star's name was the Betelgeuse. Did I say that right? I probably butchered the name. But the significance and the importance of that was so impactful because they were able to measure the diameter of a star through a 100-inch telescope in Mount Wilson Observatory, which is about an hour and a half up the road. Now, I worked at Griffith Observatory for a long time. I loved it, absolutely. Yes, you know it, Jens. Okay, Okay, that was the first star that was ever measured through a telescope as diameter. And Francis G. Pieces, his infraredometer, was able to do it, and it's at the Mount Wilson Observatory. I have friends that work there. My friend Gio, my friend Jess, they all work there. So a really cool place. It is a real scientific thing, and it's where they discovered Andromeda, basically the center of the universe. Moving right along. On this day in history, December 12th, 1928, we don't know who, but we know where and what. In Iowa, the very first clip-on tie was invented. So, the clip-on tie. Now, a lot of people knock it. Is it stylish? Is it appropriate? Actually, we don't really. I have astronomy. It would be awesome going to Missouri. Well, if you ever come to LA, I will take you to the Mount Wilson Observatory and to the Griffith Observatory, and that is on me, gents. I will take you there. I know people there, and we'll get into the telescopes, and I'll make sure that you get a chance to check it out. Best time to see it, end of August and September in LA. You can see Saturn. It is freaking amazing. But in 1928 in Iowa, the very first clip-on tie was invented. We don't know who did it, but it was an invention. And you know I like inventions, even though a clip-on tie is often referred to as an atrocious fashion faux pas. But for some professions, been to the one in Cali, nice, the Griffith, yeah, it's awesome. Some professions like cops, security guards, mechanical workers that need to wear a tie, the clip-on tie is suitable. Would you wear a clip-on tie to a nice dinner event? Probably not. Take the time, buy an expensive tie, buy a good tie, not expensive, I mean like a good quality tie. Learn how to tie the sucker. There's tons of YouTube videos on it, and tie it. But on this day in history in 1928, the clip-on was brought to us. All right, let's go ahead and try out the Rebel Dark as we take a quick breather from this day in history. Wow. Really nice. Now I can feel it. Now I definitely feel the strength of this beer, even though it is a little bit under the scale of our 6%er. It's got a delicious taste. It's dark. It's refreshing. And I'm really enjoying it. I wish I was in Czech Republic sitting down with Notch having a beer. Hey guys, now in this day in history, on December 3rd, have I been saying the 12th? I've been saying the 12th, haven't I? I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about that. Today's the 13th. Okay, on this day in history, December 13th. This one is sombering. This one is, I'm not going to get into it, but I thought it would be worth mentioning because I'm friends with both people and both people from both nations. This one's pretty, well, I've seen the impact that it's had. On this day in history, December 13th, 1937, the Japanese troops conquer and plunder the city of Nanjing, otherwise known as the Nanjing Massacre. Now, I spent years in China. I spent years in China close to Nanjing. I know what happened. You can go ahead and research it. Terrible, terrible. I'm talking about any two nations, any war, any death, plunder, whatever you want to call it, is absolutely horrible. But on this day in history, the Nanjing incident happened. On this day in history, December 13th, okay? December 13th. James Dean, 1950. His very first television appearance happened. It was in a Pepsi-Cola commercial. So, if you're a big fan of James Dean, on this day in history, December 13th, 1950, he appeared in his very first commercial for Pepsi-Cola. How cool is that? All right, guys, 1 second. I got to step off. I got to take care of something. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Throw some comments up there. Talk about it. I have to take care of something. Hey everybody, we're back. Sorry about that, really sorry about that. I had to take care of that. There was a delivery here. I needed to go back outside the studio and get something from outside the fence. Hey guys, thanks a lot. We're on to the next thing on this day in history. On this day in history, December 13th. Thank you. This is it. All right. Did you guys get a good shot? What does the bar look like when I'm not there? Yeah, we have a little cappuccino. I got a little tea maker, coffee over there, and a couple of drinks in the back. But next year we're moving into a new studio, so things are going to change a bit. But anyway, I want to go ahead and talk about this day in history. In 1956, the Dodgers, they traded Jackie Robinson to the Giants for pitcher Dick Littlefield for $35,000. Robinson said, "No way. You know what? Rather than being traded, I'm gonna retire." And that was it. And if you know me, you know I love baseball. That is our baseball segment. Jackie Robinson is a pioneer. He's an absolute icon, not only in American history, but in world history for breaking the color barrier. But on this day in history, in 1956, the Dodgers traded him for Dick Littlefield and $35,000. Thank you, Jordan. And he said, "You know what? I started my career here with the Dodgers. I'm gonna end my career right here. I'd just rather retire." How classic! What a move, Jackie Robinson. I love that. I even have more respect for him when he did that, because we oftentimes see players trading teams and transferring, and and good for them. Times are changing, and times have changed. But back then, it was he showed his loyalty with the Dodgers because they were able to go ahead and take him on. So he said, "You know what? I don't want to play for anybody else. I want my name to go down as a legend for one team and one team only." And hats off to you, Jackie Robinson. Right? That is awesome. I love to hear about stuff like that. So on this day in history, that's what happened in 1956. And the last one, okay? And this day in history, December 13th, 2003. Former Iraqi President Saddam Hussein is captured near his hometown of Tikrit during Operation Red Dawn by U.S. forces. Wow, okay? We all know what happened after that, I don't want to get into too much about it. I just wanted to bring that up because, it's never good to talk about war, because I don't want to, I just don't want to talk about it. But I just want to let you know, on this day in history, in 2003, Saddam Hussein was captured by the U.S. forces in Tikrit. Okay, so moving right along, that's this day in history. Hope you enjoyed it. Byro's not here. I see a couple other people not here. Bubba isn't here. Aston, where have you been? We missed you, Aston. Before you move, you're going to reveal what's behind the screen. This is a genuine bar right here. This is a real bar that I'm going to have to break down. All right. We haven't seen Aston in a few weeks. Greg Z's not here. Who else hasn't made it? But guys, thank you so much. That was this day in history. If you're just joining us, you're hopping on late, we are drinking the Rebel Dark. It's a fragrant, juicy beer. I know, I miss those guys. I miss Bubba. I miss Aston. I really miss Aston. He hasn't shown up in like 2 or 3 weeks. And we miss Greg Z, of course. One of the original 3. Okay? I think we only have one of the original 3. We only have Tenacious Freak. We're missing Barrow and Greg Z. But hey, it might be a little bit before they get used to the new time. That's okay. Next week, we will be going at this time again. We'll be going at 10 o'clock. So hopefully that's not an issue with you guys. Hopefully. Excuse me. How hammered do you get during these streams? Not too bad. Not too bad. It depends. We haven't done any shots, Jackson. But, these are my students, by the way. We haven't done any shots, so we're pretty chill. What happens, Jackson, is I get so excited, and we are drinking some stronger beers, and so we just ramble a little bit. But that's the free flow of a live show, right? We're doing the best that we can. We get better each time, and I hope to see you each and every week because we have a great community that shows up each and every week. Did you say shot? I did say shot. Should we do a shot? How about a shot? Who wants a shot? If I can get 5 likes, no gasoline. No, give me, okay, we have 7 people in the room. Can I get a 7 thumbs up for a shot? If I get 7, I'll do a shot. We haven't done one in weeks. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. We're about to move on to the next segment of the show. Give me a thumbs up. If there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. You know, they're all Danish. Holy moly. Can I get 3 more? Who wants me to do a shot? If I can get 3 more, I'll do a shot. Do. Shot. I'm getting it ready. We no longer have Stuart the beekeeper. He loves when I do a shot. We're stuck at 4. So, moving on. I guess we're not going to do one. Uncle John, Dad, are you guys still there? Oh, there we go, Jackson. We got 5. I need 2 more. We got 7 people in the room. If I get 2 more thumbs up or shots, I will take a shot. And, well, we're going to do some fun stuff today. I guess we're not doing a shot. Okay, so, I don't do shot. All right. Well, you know what? You guys are loyal people that show up each and every week. We are going to do a shot regardless. And this is, oh, I have 9 people now. Okay, Jackson, there we go. Tenacious Freak says shot. Dad, should I do a shot? Let me ask my father. Hey, Dad, I know you're there. I know you're watching. Do you think I should do a shot? Will you tell Mom if I'm too, we can't get my father to respond. Who the hell knows what he's doing? Who knows where he's at? I'll be home in about 10 days. There it is. Yes. All right. I'm cleaning it out. That's 7. We're going to do a shot. Why not? Let's do it. I'd say yes, you'd have to take a shot. Mark said yes. We're going to bust out the tequila. All right. Probably you younger guys don't really know about that. But if you're like me and a child of the 80s, you definitely remember Pee Wee Herman dancing to tequila. Okay, here we go. So we are going to do a little Don Romero. We're not doing the old lick it, suck it, slam it. We're just going to take a shot of raw tequila. Why not? So, if you guys have 9 watching, nice. If you guys have a shot, if you have something in your arsenal that you want to go ahead and salute, please do. We haven't done a shot in a while. I can't do too many, so I will do one. So, guys, once again, I just want to say a couple quick things. And this is what this is for, and this really means a lot to me. Now, I've been posting videos. I make episodes each and every week. I put out, 13 episodes of Reading Man Dan Christmas. I put out over 260 videos in the last 2 years. And for those of you that like, watch, subscribe, comment, whatever, support me. Me as an entertainer, me as a creator. I can't tell you, yeah, crap, cheers, go Packers. What? Bills. But hey, good to have you here. Craft Beers, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for always just going on, just liking or commenting or just watching. That really helps a lot as they continue to grow. I won't forget you guys. We're continuing this. We're building it. And thank you so much. This shot of tequila is for each and every one of you guys that go ahead and support me as an entertainer and allow me to do this. Tenacious Freak, you definitely do. And if it may seem like it's slow, that's what I'm built for. I'm built for the marathon, for the long haul, because once you continue to do it, it explodes. And that's the reason why I won't forget it, because you guys were there from the beginning, and you know a lot of people aren't willing to do that work. So this one is a salute to you guys that support me each and every week. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Bills rock. Too long as the Patriots lose. Here we go. Cheers to you guys. Ah. Okay. That's pretty good. All right, that one is pretty good. All right, so now that leads us to the segment, one of my favorite segments. I like this segment. It's what are you reading? What are you watching? What am I reading? I'll tell you what. I did a ton of books. I did a ton of Christmas books, right? So now I've gone to the lighter side this week, and I've brought up some fun stuff, and I'm reading this: 500 Great Italian Jokes. So, if you don't know, I'm Italian, I'm Hungarian, and, well, my neighborhood, the city I grew up in, there are a bunch of Italian Americans, so it really resonates with me if I see movies, if I hear jokes, you know, that kind of thing. So I like to go ahead and read this one. There's some really crazy jokes going on in here about Italians. I don't want to offend anybody, but so I'm not going to read anybody. But if you want to hear a couple, let me know. I'll read you a couple. It's just from the joke book. This is written by Jay Allen. I'm not a joke stealer, but what I like about this book is just, you know, read one, Aquanuts. All right, I'll give you guys one. I used to be part of this really cool, fun two-man comedy group called the Meatballs of Comedy. It was awesome. I loved it. It was like Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis. And the guy I worked with, you know, he was funny, and he wrote all this great stuff, all this great American, Italian, cultural jokes. He's a disaster to work with, but really, really talented guy. And I was kind of the setup man, and I like Dean Martin, and he was the Jerry Lewis, the funny man. You know, but really good stuff. We performed for about 2 years, and we used to do all kinds of comedy nights. We had our own venue in North Hollywood. It was so much fun. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. Little Johnny jokes always crack me up. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. It was just difficult to work with, but I loved that. We were called the Meatballs of Comedy, the Jimmy and Joey Show, and it's always good fun. Do you guys want to hear a great Italian joke? All right. So, Chapter 7. That's where we're at. Great jokes about Italians and crime. All right, here we go. I'm reading right from the book. All right. Why did the mafioso buy $5,000 worth of Cadillac tires? He wanted his living room to have white walls. All right. How does the news point? We start that over. The shot. How does the newspaper report of an Italian social event read? Among those wounded by gunshots were. All right. All right, now, and I'll end on this one, okay? I'm reading from the book from Jay Allen. How many Italians does it take to change a light bulb? 4. 1 to steal it, 1 to do it, 1 to watch, and 1 to shoot the witness. All right, I don't know. Fun stuff, good stuff right here. This is what I'm reading. 500 great Italian jokes from Jay Allen. I definitely wouldn't go on stage with his jokes. The jokes that I went on stage with were written and performed by my partner. Missed that shit. That was so much fun to do. But I always like to dip into a good joke book, and especially about Italians. Good stuff. Steal it? Nah, I can't steal. I won't steal nobody's joke, you know. Comedians, one thing I learned, and I never did this before, but one thing I did learn, being on stage for those 2 months, or 2 years, man, I mean, we were going like this Comedy Store, the Laugh Factory, we were going like the most famous comedy places in all world, right? All the comics work. Comedy's hard, man. It is hard. And I was more set up with like, all right, just be this guy, and here are the lines. And so like, these, I didn't write my own stuff. I didn't do my own, wish at the time I was here for. Tenacious Freak, we're almost closing out, but thank you. I didn't have the smart or the wit or the diligence to put into writing my own comedy. I got lucky with joining a comedy duo. And Joey, the guy that I was working with, was phenomenal. He was just a difficult person to work with outside the stage. But his jokes and stuff, they were funny, and he was on point. So I would never steal somebody's jokes. That's sacred to them. Comedians are masters at their craft. And even people that go to all these open mics, because I went to a lot of, the first year I went to so many shitty open mics. I mean, but I still give them credit for going out there and trying. Anyway, that's what I'm reading. What am I watching? I'm going to get into it real quick. I'm going to finish this beer. I'm watching on Amazon right now. You can watch 1, 2, and 3, The Expendables. That's where the Bruce Willis, Mel Gibson, What Would You Rather came into. I'm watching The Expendables. It's fantastic. I watched 1 from 2000. I just remember when the chatter had came that they were going to go ahead and make this movie. I think it was 2010, actually. I remember when the chatter came, when they were going to make this movie, it was like, nah, no way. And they finally did it. Then they made 2, and then they made 3. I think the only guy never to do it was Steven Seagal. Wesley Snipes, I believe, couldn't do it because of legal, not to steal a joke, light bulb. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got it. But that's what I'm watching. If you get a chance, revisit Expendables 1, 2, and 3. I know it's the holiday, but it's never a wrong time to watch some good action. Love that movie. Love all 3 of them. And guys, that's what I'm reading. That's what I'm watching. Let me know down in the comments what you're reading, what you're watching. I love to hear from you. Thanks for joining me so far. We are drinking the Rebel Dark from Czech Republic. I'm doing shots. Jackson's here. We're getting a little sloppy. We're almost closing out the show. I'm going to slug this down, give it a score, and leave you with the quote of the week. Here we go. All right, Rebel Dark. Kind of tastes like a stout. Doesn't label, isn't laced. Let me start that over, like we're doing it from an edit. Kind of a good beer, stout flavor, dark. It's got some kind of oaty, kind of molasses flavor to it. Rebel Man Dan, nice. Really not a bad beer. The carbonation is what threw me off. It's got some kind of extra kick to it. I'm not sure what it is. I liked it. Would I join again? Yeah, hell yeah. Would I definitely drink it in Czech Republic? Absolutely. Effervescence, yeah. Yeah. Definitely going to try it again. Looking forward to meeting my good friend Nach Mirslav out in Czech Republic. It's got a good flavor. Not thrilled with it. That still doesn't deter me from not trying it again. Like I said, it's got a stout kind of flavor. Would I try it again? Absolutely. But I'm going to give it a score of a 7. Okay? Something in the carbonation didn't sit right with me. Something about it didn't taste like I wanted it to taste, if you will. I give it to you straight. I shoot you the real, right? This is what we're drinking. The Czech Republic Rebel. This got a 7. We had the Laguntas IPA. This got an 8. Both delicious beers. They got above a 6. And for me, that's a good beer. Would you try it again? Hell yeah. I bet you it tastes different in a draft. I'm looking forward to going to Prague within the next 2 years, hanging with my buddy and chilling out over in Europe. Definitely going to try the Rebel. Hope you enjoyed those 2 reviews. Now, I want to close out the show with the weekly quote. And that is this. It came from one of my favorite authors, George Bernard Shaw. Sophisticated, super amazing writer. His works are awesome. If you've never read any of his plays, check him out. But this is what he said. He said, a life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life doing nothing. Whoa. We haven't had some heavy stuff on this show in a while when it comes to quote, but think about that. George Bernard Shaw was an amazing writer and an artist of his time. But he said, you know, a life worth making mistakes, okay? Just doing mistake after mistake. Let me try this. Nope, screwed up. Let me try this. Screwed up. Failure, failure, failure. Is more honorable, okay? Because at least you freaking tried. At least you went out there and you tried it. Yeah, it's scary. It's difficult. and you don't think anything of it, that, well, you're going to ever make anything of it. Listen, I'm telling you right now, going out there in the unknown is what people are afraid of. But that is freaking more honorable to go out there and try it and make mistakes and learn from those mistakes than doing nothing and sitting back, especially in this day and age. You could scroll through. Let me scroll through and judge people. Asshole, jerk face. You know what I mean? Yes, exactly. You learn from making mistakes. Don't be scared. Go out there and try it. Now I'm talking to you from an entertainment perspective. As a creator and going out there, I put myself out in the public each and every week with my material. And I gotta be honest with you, probably a lot of people aren't interested. But those who are, I'm grateful for. And by doing it, and by screwing up and making mistakes along the way, I will get better. And maybe you'll never get to where you think you will. But doing nothing will get you nowhere. And being more proactive and screwing up and making mistakes is much more honorable. Because this shit ain't easy, man. And that could be applied to anything. If you don't try for what you think that you want, if you don't try for what you believe in, you may screw up. You may not make it. You may do something wrong. Doesn't mean it's the end of it. But sitting back and judging and doing nothing and going ahead and putting out your opinion on things, that ain't shit. And that's less honorable than going out there and trying, making mistakes, screwing up, trying again, learning from it. This is so important. No matter what you're doing. I'm not talking about you as an entertainer, you as a creator, for whatever it is that you do. Do not be afraid. Go out there, try it. If you screw up, fix it. Try it again. Fix it. Try something different. Fix it. Keep going. It's so important that you learn this, and it'll carry you through, rather than sit back and judge people and do nothing. And George Bernard Shaw said this 200 years ago. Hitler's favorite quote. Sorry, I just had to. I mean, it's so important. Just do it. All right? Don't be afraid. Guys, thank you so much. I had a blast over here. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put up a Christmas tree with my good buddy Zerzor. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to chill out. I'm going to relax. Get ready for the Bills game. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Aquanuts. Thank you, Jens. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think I figured it out today. Thank you so much, Tenacious Freak. Guys, I'm telling you, as I continue to grow, Steve, go Bills. As I continue to grow, I'm going to continue. Great show. Thank you, Martin. I'm going to continue to make mistakes. I'm going to grow from it. I'm going to get better. But thank you. You guys are my true supporters, and I will not forget it. Thank you so much. I wish each and every one of you guys an excellent week. Thank you so much. Have an awesome, awesome day. Whatever you're doing, wherever you are. Pops, I love you. Uncle John, love you. Hope you're doing good. Stevie, get me some of that D. Camellas beer. And, well, go Buffalo, Drunatic. Go Bills. Hey. Guys, have a great week. I'm Travel Man Dan, a.k.a. Reading Man Dan, a.k.a. Movie Man Dan. And remember, it's a big world out there. Make sure you see every bit of it. Bye, guys.